What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, Star Wars games. They're still in a bit of a rut. I'm legit hyped for Hunters. It sounds like it could actually have a good thing going for it, but until that's out later this year, we've really got nothing. So, out with the new and in with the old, I guess. I recently shopped around for some older Star Wars titles to try out, and I picked up this game called Racer Revenge. It was part of a throwback pack of remastered classics in the PlayStation Store. Comes with two other games, Bounty Hunter and Jedi Starfighter, but Revenge was honestly the main reason I got the pack, and I didn't go into it expecting too much. I mean, the game is from 2002. How good could it possibly be, right? But I was having so much fun! Who needs new games when we have stuff like this? I'm totally kidding, we absolutely need new Star Wars games. But anyway, let's check out Racer Revenge. When you boot it up, you get your standard title crawl that all the older Star Wars games had. I'm honestly really glad they stopped doing this, it's pretty unnecessary. But in Racer Revenge, Sebulba is back, and he's looking for revenge on young Anakin Skywalker after the events of Episode 1. The title of the game kind of makes sense now, doesn't it? In the main menu, you have 3 different modes to choose from. You've got Single Play, which is just a custom race that you get to set up with different options. There's a split screen mode to go head-to-head with a friend, and Tournament mode, which is basically the campaign of the game. Tournament mode is where pretty much everything happens, so that's what we're going to be looking at today. Before you begin a new campaign, you have to pick your racer, all of whom have different stats and who specialize in different things, like top speed or defense. For my first playthrough, I picked Anakin Skywalker, because who else am I gonna pick? But there are a lot of racers to try out, which was nice to see that kind of variety. There's a lot of familiar faces from Episode 1, like my boy Ben Quadaneros over here. There are also a bunch of racers who are initially locked, and you have to unlock them by winning the races in the tournament. The main one you clearly want to unlock being Sebulba, but more on him in a little bit. So once you choose your racer, you begin the tournament at the first level, and you have to progress through 3 different levels of races to get to the end of the tournament. And there are a bunch of different planets and locations you get to race on. The races do get progressively harder at each level too, with more curves in the maps and stronger enemy racers going against you, and that's where your pod upgrades come in, which was actually one of my favorite parts of the game, and I did not expect this to actually be a thing. When you finish a race, depending on how well you do, you get these parts called Truggets. They're basically the currency system for the game, and you get to trade these Truggets to Watto in exchange for upgraded stats for your pods. You get to upgrade stuff like your top speed, acceleration, handling, cooling power, and it really does come into play once the maps start to get harder. For my upgrades, I really put a focus on handling, acceleration, and cooling power, since I found these stats most helpful in clearing the levels. To clear a level, you have to place 3rd or better in each race, and then once you're at the last level, you have to place 1st in the final race, which, surprise surprise, is the Boonta Eve Classic back on Tatooine, and it really brings the Episode 1 experience home. Sebulba wants that title back, and guys, I'm not kidding, this map brings it. This is a remaster, so it looks a lot better than the original, and, well, let me just let the gameplay speak for itself for a sec.
Sweet Sarlacc soup, will you look at that?
Once you beat the Boonta Eve Classic, you are awarded your trophy and title of champion by Jabba the Hutt himself, and on your first playthrough, you unlock the real reason you play through the tournament mode, Sebulba! Sebulba is a cheat code in this game, man. His pod racer deals way more damage to enemy racers on impact. It makes combat pretty unfair. Oh yeah, there's a slight bit of combat in this game. It's really just a matter of smashing your pods into the other racers and then taking the time in between to heal your pods up. It's fun, and it adds just another element of danger. Each racer has a health bar, and when it hits 0, it's a KO. KOs will increase your Trugget payout at the end of the race, so finishing first place with a lot of KOs is the best way to earn a lot of Truggets and to get your pod upgraded fast. And that's what makes Sebulba so freaking good in Racer Revenge. I can't get over it. Obviously, at first, he needs to be leveled up a little bit, but even at base stats, his speed and handling is way better than everyone else. And again, he hits like a truck. I finished my first tournament with Anakin, and I was really struggling to get KOs a lot of the time, especially in the later races. Turns out, it was because Anakin's pod is half the size of Sebulba's, and Sebulba is way better at just bulldozing through everybody. It was crazy. This race on my new favorite map had my highest KO count so far, at 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we kick some sand in Anakin's eye for number 5. I'm in 3rd place and a good 10 seconds behind first. I overtake second, catch up to first, I'm laying into my boosters, about to overheat, taking the pods to their limit, and we clear the finish line in 1st place with 5 KOs to our name. Sebulba does not mess around, man. I was losing my mind when I finished this race. This game is so good, man. If you like racing games, this is some quality fun. It's very basic, but that's part of the charm of these classic Star Wars games. It's all single player, except of course for the split screen head-to-head mode, but there's no online, no DLC, just a classic game from 2002 with some revamped graphics that ended up being way better than I thought it was going to be. I'm sure a lot of you have already played this game in the past though, so if you have, let me know in the comments what your best memory of this game is, and if you haven't played it, hopefully I've interested you in a quote-unquote new Star Wars game to try out. But that's gonna do it for this one, guys. I'll let the gameplay finish out the rest of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's vid. Give it a thumbs up if you did, a thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel and get notified if you're new, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!
That's gonna be one expensive repair bill. Grand Tojo is out of the race. Is there a big droid in the house? You can't be a Jedi! Come on! Ooh, and Gasgano goes down. For all your collision and repair needs, check out Watto's Repair Bay. Stay out of my way! You can't be a Jedi! Ouch! Up in front, it's Anakin Skywalker. Up in front, in lap 2, it's Anakin Skywalker. playing rough. Sweet Sarlacc soup, will you look at that? Just will not be pushed around. You're going down! One more! Yes, so what? You gotta be quicker than that! Come back here! This is where you want to be, out ahead of the pack.